What's up, my friends? Today we're going to talk about 5 of the biggest controversies, rumors that affected Selena after her death. The first one I want to talk to y'all about is the fact that lots of people said that Selena and Yolanda actually had a lesbian relationship, that they were more than friends, that their relationship was way deeper than people knew, but I really do not think that it's possible, just because Selena was married, and Yolanda was single, but if let's say they were lesbians, maybe they would have been caught, because Yolanda was mainly at the boutiques at a different city than Selena. And granted, maybe they did travel together, but I don't think that they were that close in a loving relationship. And it also is known the reason that Selena was confronting her, because they had fired her and they wanted her papers back from the store. And so Yolanda Salvidar is a thief, right? She stole from the Quintanilla family, and then that's what caused the whole thing for them to want to confront her, for her to be fired. But if you didn't know, in her previous job, Yolanda actually stole from her previous employer as well. She stole $9,200. And if she did it once, what makes you think she couldn't do it again? If she has sticky fingers, and obviously it's proven that she was stealing from them, and it was her own brother, Yolanda Saldivar's own brother, Armando. He was the one that began circulating and accusing his own sister about what she was doing illegally. And the brother told fashion designer Martin Gomez, and he's the one that eventually started to talk to Selena and her family about it. The second rumor that was going on in the media and all over the world was that since they were Jehovah's Witnesses, that the dad didn't actually allow them to do a blood transfusion since their religion prohibited it. But after she was shot, Yolanda had to go to the court, right? And in the court, that's wherever the whole scene or the whole night was played out in court documents, and lots of people testified. Even the doctors testified. The surgeon said that he was unaware of Selena's dad's request, and that even if he had been informed of it, he would have continued the blood transfusion. He said, "Although I respect her faith and she did not have the opportunity to tell her discontinue the treatment," he added that no amount of blood would have brought the singer back to life. And also, it is known that her right lung was destroyed and her veins were empty, so they couldn't repair it. There was no way the shotgun was destroyed her insides. So it was really hard for them to do anything or save her, even with a blood transfusion. And like I said before, in my previous video about Netflix Selena's, my review about it, which you should go check it out, I would have to say that, let's say your religion was a factor. No dad would allow their daughter to die just because of their religion. And that, I feel like that's the last thing that's going on in your head. If your daughter is dying, that's the last thing that would go into your head. And plus, she was a 23-year-old woman. And I feel like even before they asked the dad of what he wanted them to do to her to save her life, they would ask the husband. Or they would even actually look at her driver's licenses. Because nowadays, don't you have to save your own organ donor or something? I feel like that was just a really bad rumor, because your daughter just died and then they're saying that you prevented people from saving her. And the third rumor that was out there was that at the murder scene of the Days Inn room, so at the whole hotel wherever Yolanda shot Selena, in room 158, a suitcase labeled with Chris Perez's name but filled with Selena's clothes was found. So why was there a suitcase or her clothes there? A work permit issued to Selena to work in Mexico was also discovered. So that's a weird, either Yolanda had this suitcase with her clothes in it and a permit, or Selena went there with it. So that's a really mysterious thing. Nobody really has said anything about it. The only person that really talked about that suitcase was Yolanda. And that brings me to the fifth rumor, that Yolanda started behind bars after she was locked up and she has nothing to do all day, just other than to think of ways to get out of jail, because she's been in jail for a long time. And we've seen her deteriorate and we've seen her grow older behind bars, which kind of makes me happy because you literally killed a person for no reason. And the thing that Yolanda started was that she started to say that Selena had a love affair with a Mexican doctor, and she said that Selena planned to divorce and run away with the doctor, Sebastian de Silva. And they say that the surgeon gave her liposuction to Selena and that he actually removed a pregnancy contraceptive from her. And another one of Yolanda's niece claims the same thing, that the famous egg ring that's supposedly Yolanda gave to Selena, it was actually a gift from the surgeon, from the doctor. So that's like a very big weird thing, big accusation that Selena was in love with this doctor. And I feel like maybe, I mean, we don't know Selena's personal life, but why would she tell Yolanda? And Yolanda said that there's these videos of the doctor and Selena that proves her innocence, and that they're locked up in a bank in Mexico. And people actually went to look for these tapes, and Yolanda had them searching everywhere, and then they never actually found these tapes. It's been like so many years have passed, and those tapes have never come out. But Yolanda insists that she's telling the truth. And then the last one, the fifth rumor, was that Selena was actually pregnant when she died. And I'm assuming this rumor also started from Yolanda. And she's done multiple interviews from jail, and they're pretty sad and pathetic because obviously she has nothing else to do. And all she has to do is people say, okay, you can come interview me, and she does an interview. But if she were to be pregnant, I mean, she did that at a hospital, and they did do a lot of blood work on her, and they did a lot of things to her body. So it would have come out in court if she would have actually been pregnant. So yeah, those are just a couple of the big rumors that came out. People also were talking about involving the Illuminati, that they're the ones that decided to kill her. But honestly, I feel like people just make things up to have a reason for her death, since we don't really know, and since Yolanda never really said the truth or the reason why she killed her. People just started to bring up and make things up to bring closure to their own mind, because they were not aware, or they were not content with what they know, or they just want to make something up so they could have something to know. Well, what do you think about these rumors? Do you think they're real, fake? Do you believe any of them? I feel like they were all fake. And after doing a lot of research, I feel like none of these actual rumors have any bias to them. Thanks for listening. Until next time.